Welcome to the very first episode of Dubai Simplified Show, a broadcast where we break down what's really happening in Dubai and beyond the headlines, the real conversations with industry leaders and decision makers in the industry. Today, as a host, I would like to introduce our panel. We have CA Srinivas Achar Krishna. He's one of the partners at Property Simplified Real Estate, and he's also, CFO. He has a big experience in finance. He has been CFO of NMC Hospital, Burjeel Hospital, as well as he was in CA charter, chapter of Abu Dhabi. He was the president, the leader there, and he's also member of IBPC in Dubai. And then we have Miss Shishti. She is a businesswoman. She runs a business which is into hotel supplies, and she has been in Dubai from long time. She runs a business, and they supply, their products to top hotels like Jumeirah Hospitality, Atlantis, etc.
Lastly, Ramnath Venkatraman is a global facilitator and strategic HR leader with deep expertise in learning, talent development, and workforce transformation across international and local banking institutions. At a time like this, when uncertainty is in the air, we could not have asked for a better voice to help us stay grounded, optimistic, and focused on what truly matters. Our people. He previously served as head of learning and development and was one of the founding members of Norbank, with earlier experience at Standard Chartered Bank and Hans Grindlays Bank. His focus spans behavioral skills, leadership development, and communication excellence.
So, thanks for joining us. In today's episode, we are diving into important discussion around how Dubai is navigating this uncertainty. And as far as my opinion is concerned, I think Dubai has been very resilient. And I would like to understand from you, what do you think about what's happening right now across the key sectors, because you all are from different backgrounds in the different industries. So, how you think the demand is going to shift, what kind of, behavior we're going to see in terms of, the overall consumer mindset, and, about the risk and the opportunity and what lies ahead of us. So, first of all, I would like to ask this from my partner, Mr. Srinivas, as he's actively, been with us in real estate in Property Simplified, and he's working in Property Simplified, speaking to many investors. So, what do you think about this? What's the conflict and
Yeah. Thanks, Rajat, and thanks to my co-panelists, Ramnathan and Sisti.
Thank you.
Yeah. Of course, it's a VUCA situation, as we all know, and this is mother of all VUCAs we have ever seen in our lives. There have been many situations like this, vulnerable, we have been vulnerable, uncertain, and complexity and ambiguity that this presents is something unprecedented. It has never been this complex, because we don't know when the things is going to end, what are the end games, and what is the implication for various other players in this. But this much is certain that UAE is playing a great role, as always. I can give three examples how UAE always plays a great role. Now, for example, during the COVID, which you had seen, they had started a COVID vaccine, tourism during those days when other countries had still not yet started the vaccination. They started vaccine tourism, and a lot of people used to come to UAE just for that, from Europe, from Asia, etc. And it was a it was a bubbling, it was a great tourism for that. So this is the kind of improvisation they always do. Or recently, when many people got stuck in UAE, the UAE authorities said that your hotel bills are taken up by us. So this kind of improvisation always happens in UAE. And as they say, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. This is one of the primary ways in which UAE always responds. And I'm quite confident the war will stop quite fast, and UAE will be one of the first countries which will be on foot. And that is the major strength of UAE. This kind of response, I mean, events always happen, but what is your response? That kind of response, I don't think so any other country is in a position to give. This is what I think Rajat will be the answer for this. And that means all the sectors related. I'll come back to in greater detail at a later point after my co-panelists make their opening remarks.
So, just something related to what you said. I want to also touch on how this, like from you are a regional disruption impact investors' confidence in Dubai real estate market.
Well, people are, of course, looking at it. And at the same time, it is not as if for the real estate has been doing well. Now, for example, there was a launch of MR South. We saw the crowds, and the properties got snapped within 2 hours. And similarly, in Abu Dhabi, we had Ohana, which everything got over in about, again, 1 or 2 hours. Similarly, Tara by Modon, you would have seen.
Yes.
All of this, they did perform very well, even in this situation. So just imagine, the kind of goodwill that people still hold, because they realize that this is a temporary phenomena, and this is a blip. So they snapped it now itself, because in normal times it is very difficult to get a property. So people have stepped in and bought either in bulk or whatever is possible from there.
Yeah.
So I think there is an underlying demand, and it will only, according to me, once things are normalized, it will go to the reset period, reset at a probably at a higher level than what we found earlier, because they saw how UAE really responded to the situation related to safety, etc. For example, on the interceptors itself, UAE must have spent billions. So people have seen it. So that kind of confidence has come, and I'm sure this will translate into a greater demand in times to come. Of course, after other things remaining equal.
So I definitely agree with you. Even I was amazed how Manchester City, they sold 6 billion in 3 days after the attacks, and in middle of all this uncertainty, people were queuing up.
Yes.
And they had option to withdraw. I know they gave EOIs, but they could have easily withdraw, because it was a refundable amount.
Yeah.
But they decided to buy. So that shows, that they still want to remain put, and they don't want to exit.
Absolutely.
Other thing, this, like, do you believe Dubai will stand as a global safe haven for investors, particularly when it comes to the economic stability? Because we have been pitching Dubai as a safe haven.
Yeah.
This one was the key selling point about Dubai, that Dubai is the safest city.
Yeah. Well, if you have seen in the recent past, 8 cities outperformed all other cities in the world. One of them, of course, was Dubai, and others being you saw Perth, you saw Singapore, you saw Miami, which did very well, and the European cities of Ankara, Lisbon, Athens. These all did well, primarily based on the population growth in these areas. Now, why did the populations grow? Because they sought for good investments into this place. And if you remember, in 2021, UAE changed the template of investments. I mean, UAE is not just restricted to trading and petro industry at all. Much more than that. Now they are heavily into services. They are heavily into AI, fintech, and they don't want to miss on any of the latest industry which they had missed earlier. For example, data centers are being, even as we speak, data centers are being built across the nation, be it Abu Dhabi, Dubai, with so much of investments in power, water, whatever is required, that is being provided. And this kind of diversification is happening purely because it is an initiative taken by them. And diversification is always, what it does is it reduces your risk of, concentrating on one particular industry, or maybe only retail or only trading, etc. You have several industries, and that's why you saw a lot of influx of people in these years of different skills, particularly after 2021. After COVID, UAE has totally changed, and I think that still remains in the mindset of the people, of the investors. Lot of investments have come, population has increased, infrastructure has changed. Infrastructure, by infrastructure I don't just mean the roads, etc. Of course, you have seen thousands of flyovers which have come in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, etc. Not just that, I'm also referring to the ecosystem that have happened. And the government is always not reticent on, it is always investing in various new sectors. So, with this kind of mentality and the resilience and the bounce back mentality of UAE, I don't think so is only a blip, as I mentioned, and it is bound to come back soon after this war stops.
Okay. So you are very active in Property Simplified. You are speaking to investors. You are in the forefront, and you are also a chartered accountant. You have been a CFO of large organizations. How would you assess the level of risk in today's property market? Caution, or do you think it's a opportunity?
I think until now also, whoever have invested are end users. So it is not a speculative buying that has happened until now. So people are entering, various people who are residents of Dubai, they have entered at various points. And after this reset, which I am speaking of soon after the war, I think which should end, in about a week or 10 days, the reset button will take it to the next level. Just like the reset button after the COVID took the property market to next level, people are looking for opportunities. There are some kind of sales wherein, especially good properties, maybe there is a discount of 50,000, 100,000. People are going in there. And personally, I am attending a few customers, and those customers are looking at entering good properties, particularly the government developers or the reputed private developers, etc. And they are getting into this and buying those properties so that they can get a good
Entry point.
entry point. Otherwise, to enter into real estate also is a bit difficult. You don't get so easily these days. It is oversubscribed, etc. This is a good point to enter, and this is a small window, according to me. This is a small window where you can really enter into wherever you wish to.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like Warren Buffett says, be greedy when people are fearful.
Yeah.
And, this is a time where people can, take advantage, negotiate a good deal. Of course, we can't expect like big discounts. So I don't ask anyone if they're thinking that they can get 20% below the market. No.
Yeah.
Yes, 5-7% correction can be done
Yeah.
for people who want to exit fast.
Yeah.
But when it comes to getting easy payment plans, yes, if you want to buy something on a long-term payment plan, that's also a very good idea, because now we can negotiate a good payment plan for clients,
Absolutely.
and they can because the developers are not reducing the price. Yes, we can get some kind of flexibility in terms of having cash flow where it's flexible for the
Yeah.
clients.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. Dubai will bounce back in a very fast manner.
Yeah. Yeah. And Elon Musk and Pavel Durov already said, despite everything, Dubai is more safer than probably some European and American cities. And the business leaders here exhibit, they say, our resilience comes during tough times like this, and we will come back, like Isa Saleh Al Garg has just remarked. And I think that is the ethos and spirit of Dubai.
Yeah. So, other question is how closely is the infrastructure development in Dubai, whether it's Etihad Railway or whether it's the major infrastructure improvements that the government is doing in terms of the economic agenda of Dubai,
Yeah.
the 2040 master plan,
Yeah.
and the overall infrastructure upgrades that are happening in Dubai in terms of the expansion of metro, and all these infrastructure improvements will directly influence the property values. Do you think it will have a long-term investment decision? And the fundamentals are still great about Dubai.
Yeah.
So I know in short term we can see some kind of a slowdown,
Yeah.
but how these fundamentals are gonna now play, and what lies ahead of us?
Yeah, in fact, this will ameliorate the impressions of the war, etc. The very fact that 2026 is slated for the Etihad Railway, which is connecting the passengers from Abu Dhabi to the Northern Emirates, and later on it is going to expand into the GCC, etc. This itself is a reinforcement, as in another couple of months when it opens, it's a reinforcement in the minds of the residents and also the expatriates that the government means business. And of course the metros such as Blue Line, which is going to come in about a lot of work is already happening in DSO and other places. So all that will and then the cycling facility that is available throughout Dubai,
Yeah,
underground.
Dubai Loop.
Yeah, by loop. Elon Musk has planned this, and that project is coming. It has already caught the imagination of the people. These are already there, and when it comes, it's a solid reinforcement into people's mentality why we should buy, and also reinforcement into the outside investors. As recent as January, we went to Singapore.
Yes.
We saw the kind of interest and enthusiasm that people wanted to buy here, because things are not so easy in Singapore. It's very expensive, and relatively it is cheaper here, and much better lifestyle. These are the things that are already available. Over and above this, I'm quite sure that UAE will make it more interesting for the residents. Just as recent as 2 days before, the UAE government offered people with families free Faza family card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is something amazing.
Yeah.
And not only people are happy, but it keeps the morale up.
Yeah,
Yes.
very true.
In these
And they ask for Aquaventure free, Miracle Garden. We can see the lines over there.
absolutely
Such huge lines in Miracle Garden.
Miracle Garden.
Yes,
Yeah.
Top Golf is said to be free.
Yeah.
So government is really taking action
Action.
in order
yeah.
to give little bit comfort to the people and
Yeah.
residents of UAE.
Yeah.
So I think government is doing very good job in this sense.
Very good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have the known initiatives which you mentioned, infrastructure, etc., which is happening. There is no doubt about it. And to ameliorate, to rectify the difficulties that people are facing. Yesterday, the airport had some problems, but immediately they started the flight. This
Yes.
kind of bounce back. This is Dubai.
Yeah.
This spirit is Dubai. This resilience is Dubai. That
Yes.
is what I'm trying to tell. And this will continue. It's not that it is only one day. We have seen this. I'm here for 37 years. I've seen this happen every now and then. All the kinds of initiatives that is brought to make the people happy. All the residents are treated like Emiratis. Other day, when the king came to the hospital, the president came to the hospital, he did mention that everybody is our responsibility. This
Yeah.
kind of feeling I never had anywhere in any other country.
Yeah, you're right. I remember when we went to Singapore together, and we were in Marina Bay Sands in one of the large exhibitions, and we were representing one of the major top two developers of UAE, and we were at their booth. We were representing the government developer of UAE, and we were speaking to people out there, and they were really interested, and we were shocked to see they knew a lot about Dubai.
Yeah.
They did their homework, and they knew about locations, they knew about certain things which were not expecting. So after having a discussion with them, we found out that a lot of expats living in Singapore, they are already invested in Dubai. So they already bought some properties in Dubai, and they have a plan to retire in Dubai
Yeah.
because they are not the citizen of Singapore, and they know that they might have to, leave Singapore after their employment pass is expired. So they were quite keen on investing in Dubai, and I was traveling. It's just that I had some flights. I was supposed to travel to South Africa. I was in South Africa last year. We went with our whole team. So we have been in uh, Cape Town last month. We were there in Durban, and we were there in Johannesburg. So these three cities we went, and over there, you will be shocked. I was in the mall, one of the malls, like you can say Dubai Mall, and one of the top developers, they have a kiosk there. Can you believe? It's not something which you'll see. Like you go to, let's say, a foreign country, and you have developer putting up their kiosk in the shopping mall. That itself shows that wherever we went, we found that yes, there is something about Dubai being represented there.
And you see, I recently went to India. I saw big hoardings of real estate companies of Dubai in India, like on airport.
Yeah.
So I was amazed to see that this much groundwork has been done by Dubai people in
Yeah.
India to attract Indian investors.
Absolutely.
So it was amazing to see, and it is a very good feeling
Yeah.
that Dubai is doing such a good work.
And just to add on to what both of you mentioned, there are half the investors overseas. Now, do you have any case where you buy a property without seeing? But many of these overseas investors, they have just bought even
Yeah,
without
that's
seeing the
true.
property.
Correct.
I have sold, and
Yeah.
of course they are very confident. That is the reason why they are
Yeah.
buying like that. But real estate is not some online purchase or something like that, right? But they have bought it. Many people have bought
The
it.
trust.
They trust. They trust the quality. They trust that it will be delivered on time, which
Yeah.
which is something amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a set of investors from San Jose and San Francisco in California, and a lot of them they have never even been to Dubai. Like maybe they have come on a transit to the airport, but they have not seen Dubai. Of course, they have some relatives here. They have some family to get the insights about Dubai, and they have been following Dubai on social media, because whenever you open your social media, you get some reel about Dubai.
Yeah.
And when you
Yeah.
start seeing, then you get
Yeah,
similar kind of
correct.
And outsiders are more knowledgeable than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have more knowledge about Dubai,
Yeah.
what places to go, where to visit, what
Correct.
properties to buy than us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So some of those investors, they had so much confidence in Dubai based on the knowledge which they gathered. They invested 15 million plus in real estate in Dubai. And they are very knowledgeable about Dubai. They know about the areas. In fact, my partner and colleague Srinivas ji is going to San Francisco tomorrow. So I requested him, why don't you please go and greet those people. So he's gonna be meeting and greeting those investors, you know, and we will use this opportunity to just thank all these investors who showed the interest and confidence on us,
Definitely.
as a small gesture.
So yeah.
So we just prepared everything. He's going there, so I requested him, please, just take care of that part.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
he was very generous to,
That's so nice.
yeah. So last question, I would like to ask, looking ahead, do you see this period as a short-term disruption or a strategic buying window? And what key advice would you give to investors right now?
I think, as we already discussed, owing to the special character of UAE to bounce back quickly. Of course, bounce backs always happen, but some people take eternity to bounce back. But UAE is not one of such countries. We have seen several occasions. I mean, be it 2008 recession or 2020 the COVID, 2014 when the petrol prices came down. The bounce back of UAE has always been quick. So I think people should imagine that this window is going to be very short, and in fact, this time people are ready. I mean, unlike all these three times when they were probably not that ready, this time people are ready, and they are looking for some good deals or just an entry level. And you also mentioned about infrastructure. There are more things to come in Abu Dhabi and Dubai than, for example, I am from healthcare industry. I'm a CA, but essentially throughout I have been associated with healthcare and a bit with education. These two sectors are quite critical for any mature economy, and these are going great guns. Some of the top hospitals are being built both in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. As you know, the Cleveland has been eminently successful in Abu
Absolutely.
Dhabi.
Cleveland
Yeah.
in Abu Dhabi, yes.
Eminently successful. So similarly, there are plans afoot to bring all the top providers into Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And Abu Dhabi is now planning to make their Al Maria Island as capital of capitals. What it means is it is going to be the financial capital of the world, not just for the Middle East region. That kind of pragmatism has come into this region. Both EDGM and DIFC are attracting the biggest names,
Hedge funds,
etc.
BlackRock.
Yeah. So I think whatever this particular short war or whatever, more than that, they will be able to attract. That's my confidence.
Yeah.
Because of the willingness of them to invest into this kind of markets, and so they want to make it capital of capitals.
Yeah.
So financial capital, that is what I am referring. And Mr. Howard, the chairperson of Howard Hedge Funds, he clearly told that Abu Dhabi has a eminent capacity to become the capital of the world because it is exactly between the east and west. It is very near to Asia and not very far from Europe.
Yeah.
So I think this is what is going to happen, and more and more people will come to this region. Yeah.
Right. No, definitely, I agree. Abu Dhabi is attracting a lot of big hedge funds. And even in terms of, like you said, education sectors, a lot of universities coming here.
Yeah.
You will be surprised to know, like in my neighboring villa, we both live in same community, me and Mr. Srinivas. So there's a neighbor, and he is here in Dubai because his son is doing university in Dubai. And he's from Austria, in Vienna city particularly. And the son is studying in Harriet Watt University, which is in Edinburgh. So I asked him, Edinburgh is 1 hour flight from Vienna. Why your son didn't go to Harriet Watt in Edinburgh and he chose to come to Dubai? So he was telling me he want to give him a new kind of exposure because he was born and raised in Europe. And this environment is really safe for kids. So we have some neighbors who came from Australia, and like I spoke to them, they said we are still looking for jobs. Tell us the job opportunity. You can imagine people left their career job, and they are here in Dubai. So I asked them, why? What brings you to Dubai? They said that like my son is now 5 years old. He's growing up, and we don't want to raise them in an environment where there is gun violence, and they are exposed to too much of things which they don't want to them, like about certain things, like like they say about he, she, it. So it's like even in the school they
so
teach
many
you.
Yes.
sensitivities now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
brought
true.
up, yeah.
So LGBT, as you they say.
So many.
So
aspects.
they just teach you all this in the school. Whereas in Dubai, it is a very safe environment for families, and they feel that's the best place to raise their kids.
Speaking about universities, you know about DIFC.
Yeah.
London Business School is
Yeah.
coming there. Then the university from Georgetown
Georgetown,
University.
yes.
Georgetown University. These are all
Setting up big campuses.
big campus.
Yeah.
DFC, what you see today, is
Yeah.
just gonna be 1/3 of what it will be in the future.
Wow.
And in that there will be universities.
Correct, absolutely.
And you will be delighted
Yeah,
as
yeah,
a,
I know.
you know.
For me,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
like such a
Yeah. We have
wonderful
an AI
feeling.
campus.
I know. I've been
Yeah.
there. I've been
Yeah.
there. I've been there actually.
Yeah. So a lot of big education institution are coming to Dubai.
And even IIT has come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
IIT Abu Dhabi,
yes.
Abu Dhabi. IIM is
have
coming.
come.
IIMT
So yeah,
Ghaziabad,
definitely
you have
education. Yeah.
Amity here. You have
And
you
in
are
Expo
spoiled.
City, IIFT is coming.
Oh.
Indian Institute of
Yeah.
Fashion
the
design,
Indian
fashion technology.
no,
huh?
the
Foreign trade. Sorry,
foreign
sorry,
trade.
sorry.
It is coming in that India pavilion where the
Oh,
Indian
oh,
building,
where the
that is
expo
going to be IIFT.
Okay, that's
foreign
good.
trade. Wonderful.
So we live near Expo City, and he also invested in Expo City himself, and I only got him a property in Expo City
Wonderful.
in the right time. So
Bharat Mart is coming
yeah, Bharat
next
Mart
to
is coming.
EU.
Yes.
Bharat
yeah,
Mart is
already traders market is there, Chinese traders.
Yes,
market.
Chinese
yes,
market
So
is
Bharat
there,
Mart
yes.
is wonderful. That would be a place to go to.
Yeah.
And then just imagine World Trade Center expanding to Expo City. All the exhibitions gonna be there.
Correct.
And
So-
airport is moving. Such
Yeah.
a big place. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to
Absolutely.
tell you, there is some rumors in Indian media and Western media that a lot of banks and the foreign financial institutions are leaving Dubai, and Citibank clarified in the media that this is a rumor.
Yeah,
They're not
that's true.
gonna move out of Middle East
Correct. Yeah.
because people see that they are at threat, so they're gonna run away. No, that's not the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very reassuring.
Yeah. So, Mr. Ramnath, I would like to ask you, given the current disruption, how are organizations being impacted from a workforce and talent management perspective?
Wow, that's a great question, Rajat, and nice to be connected with you once again.
Welcome.
We've been together in Standard Chartered and
Yes.
Noor Bank.
Yeah, yeah.
So while I started my career with Grindays and ANZ Grindays, and have traveled extensively internationally, and I've been here since 2003, as you know.
Yeah.
And my son was born here, so for him it's motherland for him, literally. And even if I were to think of
Yeah.
relocating, he would be very, very loath to leave this place. So this place is like family for us. So that's from the personal side. And this wonderful quotation which says, no, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going.
Yeah.
So I think it's so very relevant in today's context. See, COVID was like a war, correct? And there have been an earthquake is like a war. Floods are like a war. So what I'm saying is this has taken it to a different dimension altogether. But every time, invariably in the human gene, in the DNA, that resilience, the tenacity to bounce back is there. Nobody would want to succumb to the acts of nature or whatever it is. And I always say it's awesome Dubai and awesome Abu Dhabi and dynamic Dubai. They literally stand for such things. And a very good question for you, because I was one of the founder members for Noor Islamic Bank.
Yes.
And we started in 2007 and launched in 2008. Did so well, and the recession struck. Yeah. So as an analogy, it's like a war. But then how did we bounce back?
Yeah.
Sheer resilience, commitment, focus. So, and that represents Dubai, the spirit of Dubai. So I would say this is, of course, an uncertain situation. Let's not try to say that everything is hunky-dory. Yes, it is uncertain, but let's look at it slightly philosophically. It's when uncertain times call for clarity. And what is happening is the shifts from productivity, the shifts that are happening, the focus will be from productivity to people well-being, stability, and trust, as he said. Yeah. So that's so important. And let me put myself in the shoes of an employee. Just like as a family member. I love the personal examples. Even a family is going through any crisis, be it health, financial, relationship, etc., what do the children and, say, the spouses require from the breadwinner or the seniors, the grandparents? See, they look for reassurance, correct? And similarly, employees are looking for reassurance, transparency. Why hide something? Be very open and have a courageous, heart-to-heart conversation. And they need that leadership presence, which is so much there in this country in general and Dubai in particular. And talent. Talent is, what should I say? It's a strength of your knowledge, your skills. And, how do you consistently deliver results, right? Happily, successfully, despite adversity. That's talent, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what I feel is companies have always realized, and in particular in this situation, they realize that skills, adaptability. See, you can't say this is my way or the highway. You have to adapt to the situation. And the mindset. It's all about the human will. That mindset which matters more than I have these degrees, I have these titles, I have so many years of experience.
Yeah.
They are definitely important, but these are much more significant and prominent. And markets like Dubai, where they epitomize resilience and agility, as they say. What should an organization do? Communicate. Over communication is always better than under communication. And communicate clearly, lucidly, sincerely, and empathy. That's one of my, in the Gallup Strength Finder, we have, 34 signature strengths. Empathy and positivity and connectedness is one of my top 5. So I feel, I understand how you feel. When a leader comes and says that, when our rulers come to the shopping malls and said, we are with you. That's what is required.
Yeah.
See, that is when the people actually become stronger during tough times.
Yeah. So, there are people sitting in India, the fresh graduates, they plan to start their career in Dubai. Dubai has been attracting talent from UK, from India. So, there are hotel management graduates who wanted to join Jumeirah Hospitality, top companies. So, I think even with all this, they will gonna still grab the opportunity and launch their career in Dubai.
I think it is the right time for the companies as well as for the employees, because skill skill is required right now, and
Yeah.
if you have a skill, then I think you will get the good opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, see, in a way, you need to understand this is also a time where a lot of weak players will have to struggle.
Yes.
It will cleanse all the
Correct.
weak players who are just here for money
Correct.
and who just
Absolutely.
wanted to
It'll
ride
be
the
a
wave
yeah.
of Dubai.
It'll be a very, very normal correction. So beautifully it will correct itself.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
See,
is a
there's
resetting time. I think.
Resetting.
Resetting
time.
time.
Reboot.
Yeah.
And people-
Initialize, reboot,
Yeah.
a new software
New
comes in
software.
and
Yeah,
it starts
that's it.
working better.
That's it.
In Dubai, there has been more real estate brokers than taxi drivers.
I know that's
Yeah.
What is the number? 70,000.
No, it's actually, as per the land department records, it's around 34,000
34.
registered brokers.
Yeah.
My God,
Then
But
there
there
are others.
are non-registered brokers,
know.
which are more than that.
absolutely
Yeah, that's
myriad
true.
of them. Myriad.
So, this will just gonna be a challenge for the weak players who are struggling even in the peak market.
Yeah.
Correct.
And, we both worked in Standard Chartered
Yeah.
Bank and
Yeah.
then, Noor Bank, which is now rebranded as Dubai Islamic Bank.
Yeah.
So I remember, in 2011, when I was in Standard Chartered Bank, I was relationship manager in the mortgage division. I'm still doing mortgages. I'm a registered mortgage broker as per the land department and licensed mortgage broker. Of course, we focus more on real estate, but we have a team in house for mortgage.
Yeah.
So, in 2011, I was sitting with a gentleman. He was an Emirati guy. And, I got his approval done from the bank. And after he got the approval, he started negotiating hard on the, terms. So I told him that this rate which you're getting is fixed only for 12 months, first 12 months, and then it's a variable rate. So he was bargaining with me. He was saying, no, get me at least 3 years fixed rate. And, that time we were going through Arab Spring. So
Okay.
there was
That's
a
another-
lot of uncertainty that time
Absolutely,
also.
absolutely.
And it came even close till Oman.
Yes, yes.
Oman was also under disturbance.
Absolutely.
Where, the local people, they want to throw the leader and,
I know there was a
So, there was a situation.
disruption,
Yeah.
definitely disruption.
So I told that guy, see, my bank cannot give you a 3-year fixed rate at this stage. But he said, why you can't give? I said, see, if there is a kind of a war in Dubai, how we can sustain the rate which we are giving you? And then, to that response, he got agitated. Like he was saying, excuse me, why you took it to the tangent of war? So he was like, in Dubai, we don't talk about wars.
Yes.
And he was like, don't talk about war and all in here. Where are you from? Are you from Pakistan, Afghanistan? Why you are talking and bringing war in picture? So the whole thing, what I'm trying to say is, in Dubai, we never thought there will be such attack. It was so surreal, how this is happening. All of a sudden, on 28th Feb, you're seeing, that there was a missile. And it was like, is it real or we are dreaming?
It is an outlier event, no
yeah,
doubt.
outlier. I think outlier is a very beautiful word. It's just
40 years I have been
totally
in
an
this
anomaly.
country.
Actually, I'll
Totally an
tell you,
anomaly.
I was in India at that time, and I heard that there is a war, like some missiles have been thrown by Iran. So I was like really shocked. Last 20 years, I haven't heard a war topic in Dubai. How come suddenly it happened? So it was really like people were really shocked that can it happen in Dubai, because it was like the safest place in the world. How come we are experiencing this?
So, I want to ask Mr. Ramnath, what key skills and mindset should leaders and employees develop to stay resilient in times of these uncertainty?
See, Rajat, you know that even when we used to talk about sales
Yeah.
in our sessions,
Yeah.
as you know, I've been a global facilitator for sales and
Right,
service
I remember.
across industries. And one of the things about, I'm just bringing that parallel because a salesperson will invariably go through rejection, right? Every time that he proposes. But what will make him a great salesperson is resilience, right?
Yeah.
The ability to bounce back.
Yeah.
That is the point. No, you don't get defeated by rejection. So, bringing that the learning and development analogy. What I feel is when you say resilient, doesn't mean resilience. Doesn't mean you have all the answers. You can't be a know-all and have all the solutions. Correct. So it's how do you remain steady? How do you stay steady when the answers are still unfolding? So that's resilience. Yes, I am in this situation. I will work it out. That is resilience. I can't have a perfect ready-made solution to everything. So that is resilience. And if I were to use a mnemonic or an acronym, I would say it's AEF: adaptability, emotional intelligence. I rate that very high, and focus on what we can control. See, you have the circle of concern, which is this, and circle of influence and circle of control. So you just focus on what you can control. You can't be, that's our effort, our attitude, and how do we act on it? See, adaptability, you're open to change and fearlessly. And emotional intelligence is so important. After all, at the end of the day, we are human beings. So our feelings, our thoughts are so important, and our emotions are so important, not just what we do. So I would say the leaders must remain calm. Yes, they have to gauge the situation, but they have to show calmness, which they are, clarity, and the value of compassion. So then what happens is, when they see the leaders demonstrating this, that energy comes to them. They'll mirror that energy. If the head of the family panics, you expect the others to say, we won't. So I think this is what I would say in summary.
So do you think organization, in this situation, how they keep employees engaged and maintain morale during sudden disruption?
Tough. Good question. Tough question, because when things are fine, you have ample scope to engage.
Yeah.
But let me think of it in a different way. So during engagement, engagement doesn't come, such disruption. Engagement doesn't come from complexity. It comes from connection. So simple things that can make a big difference. As I already mentioned, regular, consistent, honest communication itself is engagement. You don't have to throw a party to get people. People are looking for safety. So just to say, I'm going to host a show, or I'm going to treat you, is just, it won't, it might just be a short-term measure, but it won't sustain. So leaders should be visible and approachable. They must walk the talk. You can't be sitting in an ivory tower and simply saying all is well.
Yeah.
And sincere leadership is all about acknowledging uncertainty. Here I'm panicking, and I can't be saying that I'm fine. No, your body language and your vibes will reveal that. So acknowledge uncertainty. But what's the antidote to that? Is you reinforce stability where it exists. So look for examples where you can show that, yes, we are stable in this aspect. See, as Mr. Srinivas said, definitely debris is falling. Definitely there are alerts. Definitely there is, the sounds can be heard. But what makes some of us still here? Because we are getting our essential supplies. Not one day have I gone without my filter coffee, and that too with milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get my point. So things are so fine. And So when, people don't expect perfection, they expect presence. So when people feel that they can be seen, heard, and valued, as he said, the morale stays so strong.
So, do you think situation like this are reshaping the future of work and talent development?
Absolutely, Rajat, absolutely. And in a very positive way, let me put it that way. See, when generally what happens is when things are consistent, your momentum will be at a certain pace. But when there is disruption and something which it's firefighting, literally, right? It's that kind of a situation, then it really accelerates change because people desperate situations, get desperate people to act and push themselves, and organizations will invariably have to. I cannot say what each organization has its own culture, but invariably they'll have to invest more in learning agility. See the way in COVID, how schools overnight transformed from classroom to online and how people adapted to it beautifully. Teachers adapted to it. Children would. And now it's an age of Zoom and, Microsoft Teams and learning through different apps and micro learning and everything. People have adapted.
Yeah.
And what? From, branch banking, we have gone into digital banking. So adaptability is there in human things. So learning organization, learning agility is very important. Cross-skilling is very important. See, you remember in 2008 when recession happened, how we actually motivated our staff from the assets to the liabilities and to insurance. I transformed from a head of learning and development to business learning. So just in time, just enough what the situation warrants. So just do that. And leadership, the other thing that they should invest is leadership capability at all levels. So a leader could be someone right from the front line up to the top. And the future of work is becoming very human-centered. AI is going to bring about a lot of benefits because it's going to reduce mundane work, but you cannot ever discount the human factor. Incidentally, I'm also associated with an organization called Within the Box, where it's headquartered in UK, and I have Mr. Madhur Raghunath and Sanat Rao who are, and they also have a presence here. I'm also associated with them. So we look at the human and the machine marriage. So there are wonderful programs around that. So, so we understand it's all about, it's not just training. How do you build confidence, resilience is the word, and there should be a purpose for everything.
Correct. Just to add on to what Mr. Ramnathan mentioned, see, UAE economy is essentially an expatriate economy. From about 500,000 in 1975, today the population of UAE is about 12 million. Just imagine how many times it has grown.
Wow.
And in as recent as 1980, 45 years back, there were only 300,000 Emiratis, which has now grown up to 1.5 million. So rest of them are working population. And at times like this, if you take economics, there is going to be structural unemployment because, you need a different sets of skill.
Yeah.
Frictional unemployment, these kind of things are bound to happen. And UAE doesn't like inefficiencies. If somebody doesn't fit, he is thrown out of the system. So that is bound to happen. New skills will come. As I mentioned, there is a diversification going on in UAE of various industries. So new kinds of talents are going to come to this country. The Dubai population itself in 2014 used to be 2 million. Today it is 4 million. So see the new kind of people that have come. They have brought in new kinds of skills.
It's an absolute melting pot of cultures and my
skills.
God, the diversity.
Yeah.
See the exposure that you get here by just interacting with people of all nationalities, different walks of life, different backgrounds gives you a very unique thing. See, when I was in India, my approach to learning and development was different. When I went to Australia and I got trained there, and I've literally taught in so many continents.
Correct.
And but that I would say the premise was laid in UAE and Dubai.
Yeah.
I could facilitate, the training bit. I was telling that the training bit is less. The facilitation, how you engage people.
It's a melting cauldron, right?
Oh, literally a melting cauldron. And you really get a nice biryani,
Yeah,
flavorful one, with all the elements into
And
it.
the cherry on top was golden visa, which
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
introduced by
Absolutely.
the
My God.
government. So
Absolutely.
I think it is a good way to enhance skillful people from all over the world.
All the world. And diversity helps even in HR.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is
Diversity brings in
Naturally,
excellence.
no, because otherwise you are a frog in the well. You think in
Yeah.
one way. Gender makes diversity. You say that, oh my God, you look at it from a different perspective.
Correct.
And you have to be emotionally intelligent to understand that there is someone else who thinks in a different way. How can I think that I'm always right?
Yeah.
And it really, it evolves you as a person and as a professional.
Yeah.
I'm much the wiser having been here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this exposure.
You have different kinds of customers, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Each thinks in different way,
So you understand what motivates them, what inspires them. So you accordingly, customize your
And even
offering.
we get the choice when we are hiring people, we get the choice to hire the best skillful people.
Correct.
It's not like that every time we are hiring one community, we have a diversification of hiring a good customer care, good on the salesperson, good on the marketing side.
Correct.
So
Good
we
on
are
the
getting the
finance.
best out of best.
Correct.
My God,
But-
see Philippines, you get
Yeah.
such a wonderful
They're
customer
good in
service.
customer service,
I mean,
yes.
it's just there in their blood. You don't even have to train them.
Correct.
I just find it so amazing.
For the salespeople, it is good for Indian people. I think they have a good bargaining skill and negotiation
Every
skill.
nationality
Hardworking.
brings
Hardworking, yes.
So and everything, it's
Yeah.
you bring the West brings its methods and procedures and
Correct.
systems, and the Asian countries bring about this human interface.
That's true.
And Africa brings about a very beautiful, combination. I mean, I've learned from everybody.
Yes.
So,
So,
we saw a lot of Russians coming
Yeah,
in
correct.
few years.
Chinese.
You go to any mall, you can see, Russians there. It was not like that earlier. Russians have been there, but now if you go to Dubai Mall, you can see the signage. There is everything
Right.
mentioned in
Yeah.
Russian language.
and even China pavilion is there in
And
Dubai Mall.
even your housing, you have communities where you really vicariously feel you're in that country.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you know,
Go to
that
Park
kind of
Jumeirah.
ambience,
Yeah.
you get that kind of a feel.
Yeah.
So
In the last few years, I see, UAE is diversifying. Earlier, it was like a trading economy. Now we have a lot of fintech companies. We
AI.
have a lot of AI, and also virtual currencies. The cryptocurrency regulator Binance is based out here. Telegram CEO is here. He got citizenship for UAE.
Pavel Durov.
Yes.
and so many Indian celebrities are here.
Yeah.
We could, the list is
Mittal,
All
endless.
the
Mittal
sportsmen.
himself is
Yeah.
here.
Lakshmi.
All the
Lakshmi.
sportsmen,
Yeah,
I
so many
think, from
great
India are there.
cricketers.
Yeah.
I believe Sanju Samsung is here.
Yes.
Yeah. And,
You'll feel home.
recently, Brett Lee moved from Australia.
I see.
And we have a lot of celebrities. We have Sanjay Dutt living here.
I know so many.
Sania
List-
Mirza.
R. Madhavan.
Yeah,
living.
I know.
Yes,
I
yeah.
must meet. He's from
Yeah.
my own place of Jamshedpur. We both are from
Okay.
Jamshedpur.
Right.
As in, we studied there and we were born and brought up there. So
Nice.
So-
he lives in District 1.
I know. I must say hi to
Yeah.
Madhavan. My sisters actually taught him in his school. So I'd like to connect with him sometime. Yeah. And anything else would like to ask?
Yeah,
Rajat?
I would like to ask what strategies can organization adapt to build long-term resilience in their people and leadership pipelines?
Another, I would say, a very thought-provoking question, if I have to think about it. See, when you say long-term resilience, the thing is, it's almost like, as Srinivas ji said, we were more prepared now. I think that I really resonate and echo with what you said. The preparedness is long-term resilience. You understand? So before the storm, you are prepared. You're fortified. Correct? And during such situations, that gets strengthened. Because you have to, unless, how does a preparation manifest itself? Only when a situation comes, you actually are getting a chance to
Reinforce.
and showcase it. Though it's not the best way to do it, but what else? How else is it tested? So then that's one thing. So what I feel organizations, as I said earlier, they have to develop leaders with empathy and decisiveness. Oh, you can't postpone your decisions. I'll think, let's call a meeting, we'll decide. You need people who have that, and I think this country has that.
Yeah.
And
So, I think leaders and managers, they need to reassure the team that there's no firing happening, because
yeah,
employees,
that's so important, right?
yeah, employees must be thinking, oh, the company can make me redundant
No.
given this
They need,
financial.
as I said, empathy, sensitivity,
Yeah.
caring is paramount in this today's time.
In this situation, when people are thinking there's a challenging time, I am hiring. So, we are actively recruiting, and I think it's the best time for me to pick the best talent.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rajat.
same with me. I think the same way. This is the right time to pick the best talent in a good price.
So that means the person who's committed is only going to stay
Yes.
with you, right?
Yeah.
Not someone who's going to flee.
Yes.
Then
yes.
this thing. So that's, and the other thing I want to tell you is, see, organizations, you can't keep hiring a talent, just and whenever you need. So you have to build a very strong internal talent pipeline. So you groom people. Yeah. Not everyone. See, I never started off with learning and development. I was groomed, and then I'm able to groom others. And so many who've been with me have surpassed me in so many fields. So that's a matter of great pride and honor for me. And see, continuous learning is something that is required. You don't always need classroom training, but continuous training is imperative. Imperative, and not just during good times. During these times, continuous learning in some way. You have to keep doing that and upskilling. And if I were to say that resilience grows when organizations genuinely believe in their people. And the belief, when it is felt, the employees just don't survive uncertainty. They rise through it. And my final thing I would like to say before I hand over to Srishti is that if there's one thing history has shown us, it's that organizations that put people first during uncertainty don't just recover faster, they emerge stronger.
Yes.
Thank you, Rajat, for this wonderful opportunity, and Mr. Srinivas for your great acumen and insight being here for so many years in this field.
I think for you, since you are in training business, I think there will be a lot of demand, because, day before yesterday, my team was in a training session, and the topic was about how to handle the objections by the client, given the current market scenario.
Absolutely.
Because I'm sure the customers will bargain. They're asking for distressed deals, which are not there. So, the people are asking us, we want to buy, but there are no sellers who are giving that discount.
They're asking 25%.
Yes, not possible.
No. So
We
objection
told
handling.
them that if that's the case, we will buy ourselves. We'll not offer you. So, this is not realistic.
The objection handling is a very important thing in sales and service.
And
Yeah.
The first thing I say is cushioning. First thing, I understand how you feel. Then you clarify what is their objection. Then you confirm what their objections are. Then you answer based on facts and data, and then again reconfirm. So I say CCCAC, and then confirm that they have understood it, and it really helps.
So last week, after the tax, MR, they conducted a training session for all the brokers. And look at the video. It's been viral. I put it also in my social media.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
The turnout was amazing.
What a turnout.
Hundreds of people gathered
Ah.
to, learn about the current scenario and sell in MR South, property which is ready in 2031.
Yeah. I have facilitated a lot of companies which are into real estate.
Services.
And
So-
it is during these periods that all these training programs
Yeah, you just
really
you have
happen.
to invest in
Yeah.
different ways.
You have to
and-
invest in people.
And just enough. Don't have to make it, and then of course the quality of an engaging facilitator is not, it should not be bookish. It should be something which is
Something practical.
practical and inspiring. And
So I see a big shift among the real estate industry about training and development of their employees.
Oh,
A few years back, everything, was with a very small budget for training of employees. At that time, there was less competition. So, you could retain your people even if you're not spending on training. But now, given the competition we have, all the companies are going, all out on training.
no, and it's so important, continuous
Yeah.
learning. And with AI coming, the skills and the future of the workplace,
It's
we have so many,
different.
it's so different. So
Yes.
we have to constantly, we have to get, unlearn, learn and relearn so that we also keep abreast of what's happening and the kind of skills that are required.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of reverse mentoring. I learn a lot from the youngsters. So you understand, there's myriad ways one can learn. So it's not just a classroom session. So I'm happy to add value in my own
Sure,
humble
sure.
way for this.
I mean, I'll tell you earlier, we don't had so many training sessions in the companies. Now we keep a lot of training sessions because everyone is only watching, the reels on Instagram.
Correct.
They're not reading newspaper.
So yeah, reading is a very
so we
important
just,
thing.
keep, telling them about the, 2040 master plan of Dubai. They need to know about
Absolutely.
D33
D33
economic agenda.
Yeah, correct.
If
And
you
the
don't know
AI
about the
agenda,
vision of Dubai,
yeah,
how will you be able to explain it to the client?
obviously, how can
Because they will say there is too much supply in Dubai. Unless you know the numbers of people coming in,
how do you?
the gain in the population, the surge in the population, you cannot justify the numbers.
Absolutely. So your knowledge and skill and your confidence is what it is. People can really make out whether you're, a very cursory and superficial, or you really believe in your product and service, and that will come only with reading, introspecting, clarifying, getting research,
Yeah.
and applying it.
So, if a customer asks, this property was 2 million in 2021, now you are selling me for 3 million. If the employee or the salesperson is not trained to justify why there is a gap,
Correct.
what happened in 4 years because of which the prices increased, he will not be able to handle the objection.
Absolutely, one has to know that. And
Yeah,
see, one
that
thing
these
I
are the
always say:
basic things.
you need not, you don't have to answer him immediately. You can always get back to him, get your facts right, get your research right, get approach your seniors, and get back to him.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can answer whatever you can, well and good.
That's the best way. But
Yeah.
at least you get back to him.
Definitely,
if
and
not,
the turnaround time can be as
Half a
fast
day,
as
1 day.
as the question demands. If he wants more clarity, you take your time, show him evidence, show him logic, show him fact, show him data. Then some people get convinced. Otherwise, you reassure him the way he would like to be reassured. And testimonials are so important.
A lot of people, they say the prices have increased for properties, but they don't understand, the way golden visa has been a game changer.
Correct.
The government has liberalized the visa in terms of getting long-term visa. You have now green visa, which is investor visa. You have golden visa.
I know.
Even if someone doesn't have a job, he can take a freelance visa. He can
Yeah.
set up a company easily.
Absolutely.
It was not there earlier.
I know so
Everybody was like, if I lose my job, I have
what
to
will
go
happen?
back to
I have
country.
to, yeah,
Correct.
that
Now
panic.
there is nothing like that.
Cool,
You
yeah.
can live in Dubai as long as you want. Of course, you need to have money. That's Dubai.
That goes without saying.
Dubai-
So that is
That
with
goes
every
without saying for
country.
any country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any country you
So
need money.
thank you, Rajat. It's been a
Yeah.
pleasure to be invited for such a wonderful
Yeah.
topical subject in this time, because
Yes.
and I really applaud and appreciate you for this initiative. I thank you, and over to you.
Yes. So, Srishti, I would like to ask you, what are the biggest challenges hotels are currently facing in sourcing supplies and managing logistic with the current global situation? How the hotel supply chain has been affected?
Yeah, as I'm in an industry for last 10 years, so definitely there is a shift. So the orders have been like on hold, like people are not buying right now because even they are uncertain how will the market go. But definitely, as I have seen COVID, I have seen the 2008 market, I have seen the 2014 market. There will be a bounce back, and people, as they will come to know that Dubai has opened again, the travelers will travel more as compared to the last years. And then the hotel people will also start buying from us. There will be more demand in the market for buying the products. And as compared to, correctly you said the logistic, yeah, logistic have been hold right now, because air is not like airways is not working right now that much. Even the seaways are not working that much. But still, I feel this is just a temporary shift, and Dubai will definitely bounce back, and the hotels will start serving us again.
So, I just want to highlight it's about something, which is like hotel supplies, which is like not the essential supplies. But if you talk about the food stuff and about the groceries, and, there has been rumor in the market, some people saying Dubai will not have essential supplies, there will be shortage of water. So, Lulu owner Yusuf Ali clearly
Said,
came up.
yeah.
Yeah, he said in the media that he will put charter flights with Etihad Airways to bring essential stuff. You go to any grocery market, you won't see like there is shortage of stuff. Had it been this situation in any other country,
Yeah, I
there would
can't.
have been looting.
Yeah.
People would have raised the prices.
Really,
The
I-
government have regulated.
I did panic initially,
And-
but
Yeah.
when I went, I'm so reassured now. So I'm not,
Yeah.
we just have the durable groceries, but these perishable ones like say milk or laban or vegetables, we are not stocking it up. We know
Yeah.
that we'll get it.
Yeah,
At least we
yeah.
just keep for say 2 days or whatever.
So Ramnath, what happened? I went to Lulu on Saturday, last Saturday. I was shocked to see so many cars. They were like difficult to get the parking, and I was surprised how come like people are really so comfortably coming to Lulu buying the food. So there is no need to panic at all. I think government is really taking steps to get the major food supply done, and it's just a matter of time. It won't affect that much also.
Yeah, and such a
Yeah.
auspicious month of Ramadan,
Ramadan,
and Eid,
yes.
we want
Yeah.
peace to prevail immediately so that
Yeah.
everyone celebrates that, the festive spirit in
And-
a
Together, yes.
peaceful way.
And they have not increased the price.
I
Yes.
know
could
that
have done
is
that.
such a thing.
Yeah.
Rajat, I think it's appropriate. There is a food security that
Yeah,
is,
the
already there in
regulation
the country.
also, and they are trying
so they
to.
have stock of about almost 1 year or
Or
2
6
years
months
of
at least,
food.
I know for 6
Yeah.
months definitely.
Except the fresh one.
Fresh
but
ones,
rest
yes.
of the things they have warehouses
Amazing.
where they
Yeah, amazing.
store it. Oil, rice, flour, all of
Yes,
these things. yeah.
Correct.
And Srishti herself is
Yeah.
an epitome of resilience and
Right.
the way
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
their business she has managed.
Yeah. And you would be surprised to know, she told me that she came to Dubai on 14th of March
Yes.
when everybody is flying out of Dubai.
Yeah,
Correct.
many people ask me this question, how come you came?
Yeah.
They were surprised to see me, that they were not expecting me that I would come back. I said, why? I have been staying here for last 20 years. I have that confidence in this country.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, there is nothing to panic like we have to go pack our bags or put all the important documents. There is nothing like that. I think it's a safe country. And yeah, definitely every country go through these small hard times,
Correct.
and it is going through like that. So it will bounce back. There is no need to panic. There is no need to run away.
Yeah.
I think it is the safest country in the world, I can say, and I'm proud to be in Dubai.
Yeah. I think Indian and Western media, to an extent,
Yeah.
have been misinformed and
Yeah,
they
I know
have
we get
negatively.
such panic calls from relatives.
Yeah.
So we want to go to India when we want to. but-
Yeah, even my mother said, yeah, you can go ahead. I was asking her, should I stay back or should I go to Dubai? He said, yeah, definitely go. There is nothing to be panic, and yeah, definitely government is doing something. If there is any issue, the government will be there for you. So yeah, you go ahead.
Absolutely.
So, can you elaborate how was the journey like through the airports? How was the whole situation?
Yeah, sure.
Flying into Dubai.
So yeah, definitely I didn't pre-book my ticket because there was everyday cancellations. So the same day I booked the ticket, and on the same day I got the good prices, and prices were not overhyped.
So where
or
will you
something.
travel from? Delhi?
Yeah, Delhi I was coming from, and it was not
Full,
like
right? Flights
Yeah.
are all full.
not full exactly, but yeah, 80% we can say it was full, and the air hostess and everything were like very comfortable flight,
Yeah.
and they were really taking actions and measurements to safeguard us that we don't panic in any situation.
Okay.
So it was like clear. Airport was good. If like every 30 minutes, I was getting an update that my flight has been rescheduled to this time. You can go to gate number this. So there was like proper communication by the airlines also. And when I was sitting in the flight, I remember like I was seeing in the sky that is everything okay. So there was nothing to panic when I came in Dubai airport also. Everything was clear. The luggage came on time. The people were there, security guards were there. And yeah, Dubai has really taken care of securities
Absolutely.
of people. So I think it was a very clear and safe flight for me.
That's very good to know. See, we need to thank all the workforce in Dubai
Yes,
who
sure.
has been working
Day and
in
night.
front line. You know, see, you have delivery boys in Dubai.
Yeah.
They are delivering and they didn't stop. Even on 28th, they were working. You can order a pizza, it will come in 15 minutes still.
Yes,
With all this
correct.
happening.
And listen, one thing is there. We are all living comfortably in our homes. We need the plumbers, we
Yeah.
need the masons, we need the cleaners.
Yeah.
How? I mean, hats off to them. Imagine if they panicked
Yeah.
and
Yes.
ran away.
You know, these air
The
hostess.
basic sanitation and hygiene.
Yeah.
They're all there.
Yeah.
This air hostess and like a cabin crew, they are working. Like, you know, and even like, you know, you go to restaurants, you go to any place, you won't believe I was sitting in Al Seef on a rooftop terrace, okay, having shisha, and it was just next to American consulate. There were people with their families, with the kids and elderly people. All of them, they had a choice to sit inside under the roof, but they were sitting in the terrace because the weather is nice, you know, enjoying the view of a creek. And they chose to sit outside, even though, you know, there were jets going all
Yeah.
over above. And like I could see the waiters looking up, you know, what's happening.
Naturally.
Like, you know, and they were still serving, they were still giving their service. So we are so privileged to get the, like, you know, services. Like even we talk about groceries. There are, of course, malls, you see the traffic. If you go the evening, the parking lots is full. It's not easy to find parking. But we have the convenience. On noon, we can order our grocery. Like,
And
you
it
know.
is business as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone. It's just really normal. My son keeps, when we sometimes, hear these news and he'll say, Dad, look at the traffic, come. Yesterday
Yeah.
we both went by metro.
Yeah.
We attended an event and it just feels normal. Of course, we are more vigilant and aware. But inshallah, this will pass away.
Yes.
And may Eid bring us good tidings. That's
Yes,
one thing I would
that's
say. And
for
pray
sure.
to God that
You know, I will not be shocked if you are in World Island in one of the resorts and you want to just order something essential. I think, they will deliver by drone. Only in Dubai, you have all this privilege.
like Federal Express says,
Yeah.
we will deliver anywhere, wherever.
Yes. So there is no road connecting to World Island, but yes, they are having their hotels.
That's the tenacity. That's the resilience. That's the perseverance.
And police is, have a police station on Bird Island. You can believe.
My
Because
SPS.
Yes, SPS, Smart Police Station.
wow.
And we should really thanks a lot to military people,
my God,
defense
yes.
people. Because these are the people who are the forefront and
Yeah.
they are fighting for us.
Yeah.
And I think Dubai never was on a fault.
Yeah.
This was least expected.
It was least expected,
Yeah.
yes. It was not his Dubai fault at all. I think Dubai is just safeguarding himself from the other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We have to
so
exercise that.
definitely we should thank our firemen and construction people also who are
Everyone.
still working.
Leadership
And-
and
Yeah.
Every fire has been put out in record
Record time, yes.
Abu Dhabi, Dubai.
So, that means that preparedness is resilience. No,
Yeah.
preparedness is resilience.
So during this Ramadan time, we have been hosting suhoor events, and we go to the hotels. It's all business as usual. And I invited one of my clients. He, I think, stepped out after a long time on such a occasion to suhoor, and he was also shocked. How come this restaurant is full? It was like completely packed, the restaurant, when we went for suhoor. So, if you go to the Majlis in Madina Jumeirah, you can find Sheikh Mohammed himself walking through you. Where else you will see, even for the Dubai World Cup,
Yeah, he can.
he
Same day. On the same
that self,
20th.
yeah, on 20th. That self is a statement. And
Next day they were in Dubai Mall.
Yeah, I
Yes,
know that was
they were.
that has really gone viral.
Yes,
That's gone
yeah.
viral. That's gone viral. And it's very beautiful, very motivating, encouraging, and reassuring videos also are there. Of course, social media in some other countries will like to hype it for TRP, but we know the reality, and we are very confident in the leadership and the preparedness and praying
And
for.
bounce back capability.
Yes.
Yeah, that
I
is
mean,
there.
Dubai
That
has
is-
done
that
again
is-
and
Rising
again
tides,
again.
yes.
yeah. So, just final thoughts. I would like to ask you, Mr. Ramnath, is Dubai still one of the safest place globally, right now to invest? And what do you feel like Dubai has been a safer city, and I think it's still a safer city. What do you say to people who are not in Dubai? Because we know when we are here,
Yeah.
we know the ground reality. But people who are living abroad, they are seeing Western media, they are looking at the Indian news, which is all dramatic, like a TV show. Like, they are like daily soaps, and they like to portray like dramatic TV serial.
Yeah, see, what I'll say is the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Please fly down,
Yeah.
be our guest, check it out for yourself, and you'll realize that, this is not just a lip service that we are saying. So you must come here and invest. And those who already have their properties here don't need to panic and sell. You can always look at your re-evaluation and get your finance up to 80% is
Yeah.
possible, and you can use that for further investing or into your business. So for those who are not here, come see, and you will realize that there's a lot of hype and things. So the reality is not as as scary as it is being portrayed. So please, Dubai is going to, as in any situation, it's going to bounce back, and you'll find that you'll get an ROI on your investment.
So, Sishri, I have a question. You are in hospitality business, and the tourists in Dubai, of course, will be slow, which is understandable. So, you think that next New Year's Eve, when Dubai is gonna host fireworks, you see that there will be queue, there will be people in Dubai Mall, in front of the fountains, like last year, watching the fireworks. There will be
Definitely.
Indians and everyone
Yeah.
will be there this year.
Yes, definitely. There is no question that people will be scared or not coming to Dubai for any chance. Definitely, New Year will be there, and people will be more as compared to last year.
That's very good. So, Mr. Ramnath and me, we have been in mortgages in the bank, and, we just want to tell the people who are looking to sell the property that it's not the time to sell, it's the time to buy.
I
If you
think
really
it's a-
want cash, we as a mortgage broker, we can help you arrange finance where we can release equity from your property. Even if you have a property which is currently mortgage, we can buy out those mortgage and give you equity release.
Absolutely.
So you can, cash out and you can refinance your property. And last thought-provoking, question for Mr. Srinivas. One piece of advice for investors watching this right now.
Yeah, see the property prices, the valuation approach. There are basically three approaches. Comparable method wherein you compare the prices. Then there is the investment method where you capitalize your income, and the cost method.
Yeah.
I'm quite confident even now that this investment method will underlie the market where there would be good returns and there would be good multiples, primarily because of the main factor that I mentioned, that the diversity is happening in the economy, and this is just a temporary blip. People will come back again and in this recent mode, and it will be at a higher gear in going into future. So it's a good time to buy, and you will definitely gain a good 20-30% in the next 2-3 years if you enter.
Yeah. So, having worked in mortgages, whenever we used to do evaluation for properties, we used to use comparable method. Like, we will see what are the prices of similar properties in the same area. Okay. But the another method, like Mr. Srinivas said, is, based on the rental yield. So now if I know that this property is generating a rent of 70,000, I as a seller I can price my property for say
15
1.2
times,
million.
20.
Yeah, 15-20 times. That's one of the method.
Yeah.
But in general, we have 7% rental yield.
Yeah.
So if my current property is generating 70,000 rent, I should price my property if I want to sell for 1 million. At this time, if we are listing our property for a higher price, we will not get buyers.
Yeah.
So for all the sellers, I think it's very important to price your property in a right way, and not to have too much expectation, like not to be over optimistic also.
Absolutely. Totally.
No, don't sell, you buy.
Yeah, this is the time to buy, like I said.
I think it is a time for smart buyers.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Keep your cash ready.
Keep your cash ready and look for the right opportunities.
Yeah, and equity release.
Yeah, I
Yeah, do an equity release.
That's the thing.
It gives you a good value.
Yes.
Exactly. Equity release is such the best option.
All the banks, they have not decided to not give the mortgage. I spoke to all the bankers because I'm in touch with all the head of sales,
Yes.
leaders in the mortgage industry.
Yeah, that says something, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
economists are very kind of bullish after this.
So I was on a phone call with one of the head of retail banking for large national banks, and I asked him, "Is there any change in credit policy? Are you kind of restricting the mortgages?" He said, "No, we are still having same policy. Of course, there will be little precaution as a credit underwriter. They will
more.
evaluate the case." Looking at the current context, but they are still lending. That's the good news.
That's
So
very,
if
very
the
good.
banks who are very risk averse are taking the risk, because their portfolio is just safe.
Yes.
They know that it's a time where we gonna not lose money.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's very reassuring and very encouraging.
Yes.
Yeah, in this point, I'll tell everyone that yesterday only I was asking one bank person to look for a mortgage for us. So he didn't ask any question like it is not the right time or something like that. He was like, he gave us the assurance that yes, we'll definitely look into it, and within like 7 to 15 days we'll try for your mortgage.
Yeah.
So I think there is no need to panic at all for this. That there is less mortgage or no mortgage. I think government is doing good in that sense.
Yeah, even I want to tell, like, we had one mortgage application which we processed. So the loan got final approved, signed, and seller and buyer both already signed Form F. Now, of course, the buyer panicked after this, and he contacted us. He said that I want to back out of the deal because of force majeure.
I know for some time.
So we said, this force majeure is not applicable in this market, because you can still go to the trustee office, you can still go to the registration office and do your transfer. So it's just like he understood that, because he then realized that the fundamentals are still same. Why he bought? I told him, what was your motive to buy? He said, I'm buying for my own use. I've been renting and now I don't want to pay rent. I want to, move in my property. I want to upgrade, and instead of paying my landlord's mortgage, I want to, convert the money into equity. So I said, if that's the case, any time is a good time to buy.
Yeah, that's true.
It's your first property in Dubai. It's a good time to enter. Right? So thank you all.
Thank you.
for
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for
It's a
inviting
very
us.
nice
Yeah.
feeling because we are able to, when we are able to convey our comfort and confidence, it adds to our resilience, and I'm sure the country and the markets are going to bounce back.
Yeah. So
Let's pray.
Yeah, our narrative is very strong. Yeah, and we are all positive about the